Hello everyone and welcome to County Perspective. This show focuses on Frederick County government, local programs and events, and the Frederick County community. I'm your host Brandon Rosa and thank you for joining me. Now a lot has happened recently in Frederick County government, so let's start the show with our top news stories. And we begin with the recent budget hearing that took place in Winchester Hall. County Executive Jessica Fitzwater initiated the fiscal year 2025 budget process with a public hearing on December 4th. Fitzwater emphasized community involvement, stating, "How we spend our tax dollars should reflect our community's priorities." Subsequent town hall meetings in each council district will follow, fostering diverse input. Another public hearing is scheduled for January 10th, 2024, and Fitzwater's proposed budget will be released no later than April 15th. This approach ensures transparency and community engagement, allowing residents to actively shape the budget that aligns with their needs and priorities. Frederick County's Roads Board, responsible for advising various county departments on road and bridge matters, held its last meeting on December 4th. We interviewed David Oney, Engineering Supervisor of Traffic and Transportation, to shed light on why this decision was made.
So over time, the function that the Roads Board served became honestly redundant. When you look at all the different activities of the county and county staff, the Roads Board was originally created to advise the county commissioners and the Division of Public Works on the administration of their roads program. As the county government grew and became more professionalized, the Division of Public Works was more able to fulfill its duties independently. I'd like to say thank you to all the former Roads Board members and the members of the public that made a point of coming out to the Roads Board meetings and making their concerns known. Although it's sad to see the Roads Board go away, I think that the Division of Public Works is still committed to meeting the needs of the public, and there's plenty of other ways that you can get in touch with us.
The Roads Board encouraged public input on county-maintained roads and bridges during its tenure. As an alternative, Frederick County government introduces FCG Fix-It, a mobile app and web tool. Residents can report concerns to multiple county divisions, including Public Works, Planning, and Parks and Rec. FCG Fix-It allows users to upload pictures and locations and track requests. The app, available on iOS and Android, enhances community involvement in addressing local concerns. Residents can enter their requests on the county's website at frederickcountymd.gov/FCGFixit. In a grand conclusion to a year-long celebration of Frederick County's 275th anniversary, the Museums by Candlelight Tour cast a warm and historic glow on the region's rich past. This annual event, a cherished tradition, offered visitors a unique glimpse into the area's remarkable history through special programming and hands-on activities. Frederick County Executive Jessica Fitzwater joined the celebration of the 275th anniversary.
It's truly been incredible to see the number of community partners that were willing to step up, not only to engage with the Planning Committee and the 275th anniversary on programs and projects that were already in the works, but to also look for new and innovative ways to highlight our rich history and our bright future with new ideas and with new opportunities for our communities.
As the final embers of Museums by Candlelight gently fade, so does the curtain on a remarkable year of commemorating Frederick County's 275th anniversary. Christmas is right around the corner. Do you all have your Christmas trees yet? If you want an authentic Christmas tree and not an artificial one, Frederick County has a variety of farms that grow Christmas trees that you and your family can choose from. Watch this episode of Farming Frederick to learn more about Christmas trees and how to care for your Christmas tree once you bring it back home. Let's take a look.
Hi, I'm Yvette Castillo, and I've never been on a farm before. I'm visiting farms across Frederick County, Maryland to learn about local farming. You're watching Farming Frederick.
The first Christmas tree dates back to the 16th century, with records indicating that a Christmas tree was placed in the Cathedral of Strasbourg by German Lutherans in 1539. Countries all over the world continue to use Christmas trees during the holidays, and right here in Frederick County, residents and visitors have the chance to get a Christmas tree from one of 15 farms. In this episode of Farming Frederick, we are visiting Maine's Tree Farm. I just arrived at Maine's Tree Farm off of Buckystown Pike, and right behind me I can see the tops of some Christmas trees, but I want to get a closer look. Let's head down the driveway to see if we can find owner Merle Maine so we can learn more about Christmas trees. Hi Merle, thanks for having me on your farm today.
Well, we're welcome to have you. Glad to have you here.
Thanks. So how long have you been growing Christmas trees on your farm?
Close to 50 years. 1967 we planted our first one.
Oh my gosh, okay. So I know there's a lot of different types of trees. What kind do you grow here?
Well, what you're seeing right here now, these are Canaan firs. I got Fraser fir, Concolor fir, Douglas fir. I got white pine, Norway spruce.
That's a variety for people to choose from. How do you grow Christmas tree? I see you have them in rows here. Is there a reason for that?
If you start from the beginning to the end, we subsoil the ground, work it back down, then we turn around and plant them, and then we have to walk them to make sure the trees are straight because you don't want a crooked stump. You spray them, you mow them, and keep mowing them during the summertime, just the walkways, so it keeps the grass and weeds from taking the nutrients and also the water. Then the following year you come along, put fertilizer on and herbicides, mow again, continue on. And then these are 6-year-old trees here. Okay. They've been in the ground 2 years, they're 4-year-old seedlings when they plant them. If you look over on this other side, you see them 7, 8 years old. So the reason you put them, we space them so you know how to prune them. And also you have a machine that's preset. We have them planted on 5x6. That's 30 square feet per tree. It gives them enough space to get 8 foot tall without them growing together.
Okay, wow.
Then the other thing is too, when you're growing these trees, you end up with double tops in them. I like to put 2 tops in the center of them. It makes the tree very heavy if you don't take them out. So we go along and clip them out so it has a straight leader in it. It makes the tree a lot lighter. You can go out there and cut one and carry it out by yourself.
Okay, let's do it.
There you go. We have thousands of trees out here. I've got all kinds of Douglas fir here, 7, 8, 9 footers. But I just pruned this one here, just especially for you.
Oh wow, it's a beautiful one.
Would you be kind enough to cut that for me so I can have it on my pre-cuts?
I'll give it a shot.
Okay,
I've never done this before.
Yeah, we're going to set the cardboard down here so you don't get your knees dirty. They're wet too.
Okay.
I'm going to help pull in the tree so it makes it easier to cut down.
All right, let me get myself situated here.
All righty.
Okay, so.
Smooth, level strokes.
Oh my goodness. All right, it's back and forth,
Back and forth, yes ma'am. Just don't push on it, just let it glide back and forth real easy.
Back and forth.
There you go. One hand on the handle and that's all.
Oh, okay, got it.
There you go.
Got it, okay. Woo! Is it doing anything?
It's coming, it's moving.
All right.
I feel it moving.
All right. This is new for me. I've never cut down a Christmas tree before. I'm doing it. It's coming to you, Merle.
When you get that tree home now, you still want to cut a ½ inch off the bottom and put hot water on.
Hot water?
Hot water. You want that sap to move, and the only way to get that sap to move is make it warm.
I've never knew that. No one's ever said that to me before.
If you don't have the needle, keep the needles on the tree, you're not going to be happy with me or yourself.
Yeah, right.
Do not put sugar, anything in the water other than maybe a tablespoon of bleach per gallon on the first time around. Then what that does, that kills that bacteria on it, and it keeps the fungus from growing and shutting that tree down and losing its needles.
That's good to know. All right, I'm gonna drag it.
You're gonna drag it?
Yeah,
okay.
I'm gonna drag it.
Okay, I'm gonna let you drag it.
All right, if I can. Well, thank you so much. This has been an educational experience for me. Thank you.
Well, you're more than welcome. I hope you come back again. And like I say, if you have any other questions, don't hesitate to call us. And like I say, have a very Merry Christmas to you.
Thank you very much. You too.
All right, thank you now.
I had a good time hanging out with Merle. I hope you're in the holiday spirit as much as I am. Be sure to tune in to the next episode of Farming Frederick, because you never know what farm we'll visit next. If you would like to know more about Maine's Tree Farm or any other farm in Frederick County, visit homegrownfrederick.com.
It's time for a quick break, but don't go anywhere, because when we come back, we'll learn more about the 26 boats that are floating in Carroll Creek and who our featured Pet of the Week is. See you in a few minutes. Welcome back to County Perspective. I'm your host, Brandon Rosa. Coming up, we'll find out more about sailing through the winter solstice. But before we do that, let's see who our adorable Pet of the Week is.
It's hard not to fall in love with Wiggly Maria. This sweet terrier mix has undergone quite the transformation since her arrival at FCAC. At first very timid and unsure, afraid even to walk through doorways, she's now excitedly greeting staff with tail wags and a big smile. Maria loves to play and cuddle, but still takes a little time to warm up. She's recommended for families without young children. To learn more about Maria and our adoption process, call Frederick County Animal Control and Pet Adoption Center at 301-600-1546.
Sailing through the winter solstice consists of 26 incredible handcrafted boats that are displayed throughout beautiful Carroll Creek. Watch this episode of Destination Frederick County to learn more about these immaculate pieces of art.
Frederick County is home to one of the most unique winter light displays in the world. Each year you'll find more than 24 lighted boats on the chilly waters of Carroll Creek Park in downtown Frederick. But this is more than just a beautiful display of light, art, and water. Discover how this volunteer-led effort, born out of a garage, turned into one of Frederick's must-visit attractions, and how it raises thousands of dollars for local nonprofit organizations.
Sailing Through the Winter Solstice is a festival of light ships that light up the Carroll Creek Promenade in Frederick between the weekend before Thanksgiving and typically the first or second weekend in March. It's an event that started in 2016 with one boat. It has grown to about 30 boats. It's really an event to bring people down and to have something interesting to look at during the holiday season and beyond. It's also evolved into a fundraiser to help support about 30 or 40 local 501c3 charity organizations. We do have a competition for what's called Best Boat. Best Boat Award goes to the boat that raises the most money for a charity. So last year and the year before, Colleen's crew raised about $20,000 for their charity. So they were the #1 or the best boat.
Our daughter Colleen, who just turned 26 about a week ago, was born with cystic fibrosis. And my wife and I have always looked for ways to get involved and to raise money to hopefully find a cure one day. One of the things that we do is chair the Great Strides Walk in Baker Park every year. And during COVID, the walk was canceled for obvious reasons. So during that time, friends of ours got together and said, hey, how can we keep Colleen's crew alive in front of everybody's mind? So they decided to put a boat in this exhibit, and it's been great.
My foundation that I'm representing is Friends of the Child Advocacy Center. What they do is they step in and support the CAC in areas that they can't necessarily directly have an impact. And what the CAC does is support children that have been abused one way or another and provide them a safe haven. Last year was our first year. We took second place. Something I'm proud of, something I hope that we can build on. We've had some great partners within the community, businesses that have stepped up and contributed directly to this event and directly to the pinwheel. We hope to gather some more. Any boat on this creek is well deserving. Any boat. These are all good business owners and members of the community that have taken their time to help put this together and give back.
So the event, when it started in 2016, was co-founded by me with Kyle Thomas, and we've evolved with a much larger support team over these 7 years. There are probably well over 140 different volunteers among the 26 or so teams that are building boats this year. So the building process for these boats is actually fairly complicated in the sense that in addition to just making them look really pretty with interesting lights, they have to be engineered for what we call Arctic creek sailing. This is a very shallow creek. We can't have deep keels, and yet we have to find a way to keep these boats upright in 50-mile-an-hour windstorms. So we've evolved a lot of techniques with hanging cement buckets under the boat, fancy bridles. 450-pound weights are placed in the creek in front of and behind each boat to prevent the boats from moving. It's something that we've learned by a lot of error over the years, but I think we've got it. It's not perfect, but most boats make it through. The boats are lit up 24/7 for 3 months. So no matter what time of day you come down along the creek, and it's free, you can see something. And while you're down here, there's shopping, there's restaurants and bars, and it really just one more exciting thing about Frederick. I mean, it has so many things to offer, especially during the holiday season and beyond. So this is just another reason to come. I'd like to invite everyone who's watching this to come out and see the boats for Sailing Through the Winter Solstice. Most boat parades only last, a day or two. This is an amazing event, so come down, enjoy it, and enjoy the rest of Frederick.
Winter is here, but the cold weather isn't stopping Frederick County divisions and departments from hosting a variety of activities to keep you and your family busy. Let's take a look at this episode's calendar events to find out more. To find out more about virtual events, activities, and programs coming up in the county, just visit frederickcountymd.gov. This episode of County Perspective is almost over, but before we go, I want to share a few more things with you. We are approaching the end of 2023, so let's make sure we all end the year safely. Watch these safety tips that can keep you and your family safe while we approach the new year.
So this coming holiday season in Frederick County, we have a massive county that is ever expanding, ever growing. We have a lot of traffic converging, doing a lot of last minute holiday shopping, going to see relatives. We're gonna have a lot of interstate travel. We've said it before, we're gonna say it again. Slow down, move over for emergency responders. Anticipate there's gonna be a lot of collisions. We wanna anticipate, hey, keep these first responders safe, slow down, put the phone down, anticipate I am gonna be going to A, B, and C destination, plan your route accordingly. Anticipate there's going to be delays with all the heavy congestion and traffic during this holiday season. Make sure when you're parking, if you are going shopping, all valuables are stowed secure or out of sight or with you on your person. No better place for them than that. And also, let's think about, are we carrying around wads and lots of money? Electronic payment is great in the fact that if, heaven forbid, there is a theft that happens of your cards, you can immediately call that bank, that agency, financial institution, and cancel those cards, freeze them. We also want to anticipate, hey, is there maybe suspicious activity going on in these big retail establishments? We've said it before, we'll say it again. Here in Frederick County, we have a very strict zero tolerance approach to theft and shoplifting. It's a way of life that we're not going to tolerate here. We want our Frederick County residents safe out and about, and we're going to do that every day, 24/7, 365. Whenever we're out traveling about and we're leaving our home here in Frederick County, we want to make sure of a few things. Number one, if you have a camera at home, a Ring, some other type of home security system, that's fantastic. Make sure it's activated. Maybe get with your neighbors and say, hey, FYI, I'm going out for XYZ time frame. Make sure the house is secure. There's no other ways of entry into the house that are unsecured. Also, here at the Frederick County Sheriff's Office, we have a great service called the Patrol Check Edition, where you can have residential checks done by our great men and women, our great deputies out there. We want to make sure there's no packages left while we're out and about. If we can, get with a neighbor. Hey, I'm expecting a delivery of whatever, report suspicious activity. You see something in your gut that just says, you know, this is very odd. This person's been looking at this house for a while. They have a lot of packages there. If you see something, then say something. We are all here together, the Frederick County law enforcement family, with our great residents, and we want to have nothing but a great 2023 holiday season.
Well, everyone, that concludes this episode of County Perspective. If you want to stay up to date on important news and events going on in the county, just follow Frederick County on social media. We'll see you next time with a fresh look from a county perspective. Take care, everybody.